Hello and welcome. My name is Monk Liang Shen. You have found a place to rest. Tonight, we journey to the far north, to cold water, stone, and ice, to a bird that does not fly. Falling asleep at any moment is welcome. Let your body settle where it is. We begin now. The northern penguin, known also as the great auk, Penguinus impennis. Once, it lived across the North Atlantic, from Canada to Greenland, Iceland to Norway. A bird built for water, not for air. Wings evolved into flippers. Flight was traded for speed beneath the surface. This is a story of adaptation. An adult great auk stood roughly 75 to 85 centimeters tall, about 30 inches. Weight ranged from 5 to 7 kilograms, 11 to 15 pounds. The body was compact, dense with muscle, built to withstand cold water and strong currents. Feathers were short, tightly packed. Black on the back, white on the belly. This is called countershading. From below, the white belly blends with sunlight. From above, the dark back merges with deep water. The beak was large and grooved, black with white vertical lines, strong enough to crush shellfish. Eyes themselves were dark brown, set forward for binocular vision. Depth perception mattered underwater. Distance to prey had to be judged precisely. Wings were small, paddle-shaped, useless for flight, perfect for swimming. Underwater, the great auk moved like a torpedo. Flippers beat in smooth, powerful strokes. Speeds reached up to 15 kilometers per hour. The body remained streamlined. Feet trailed behind, acting as rudders. Great auks could dive to depths of 75 meters or more, nearly 250 feet. They held their breath for several minutes. Lungs collapsed partially under pressure. Oxygen was stored in muscle tissue. Heart rate slowed to conserve energy. This is called the dive response, shared by seals, whales, and diving birds. The body adapts to survive where air is absent. Efficiency replaces panic. Prey consisted mainly of fish, capelin, Atlantic cod, sand lance. Crustaceans and squid were also taken. Hunting occurred during the day. Vision was critical. At depth, light dims rapidly. The auk's large eyes gathered available light. Movement was detected even in murky water. A flash of silver, a darting shape. The chase began. Pursuit underwater was relentless. The auk used short bursts of speed. Fish attempted evasive maneuvers, sudden turns, rapid descents. The auk matched them. Flippers adjusted angle. Body twisted. The gap closed. The beak opened. Contact was made. Once caught, prey was swallowed whole. No chewing occurred. Fish slid head first down the throat. Backward-facing barbs on the tongue prevented escape. Digestion began immediately. Stomach acids broke down bones and scales. Energy was extracted efficiently. Multiple fish were consumed in a single dive. The auk surfaced only when necessary. Breathing was brief. Then it descended again. On land, movement was different. The great auk walked upright, waddling, as penguins do, short legs placed far back on the body. This aids swimming but complicates walking. Balance required effort. Steps were small, deliberate. Wings provided no assistance. Rocks and uneven ground posed challenges. Progress was slow but steady. These birds gathered on remote islands to breed. Rocky shorelines and offshore stacks were preferred. Places free from land predators. Colonies numbered in the thousands. Birds returned to the same sites each year. Pair bonds were strong. Mates reunited annually. Recognition occurred through calls. Each bird had a unique vocalization. Among thousands, partners found each other. Nesting was minimal. No structure was built. A single egg was laid directly on bare rock. The egg was large, roughly 12 centimeters long, pear-shaped with a rough surface. Coloration varied: white, cream, brown, with dark blotches. This pattern provided camouflage against stone. The shape prevented rolling. If nudged, The egg spun in place. It stayed where it was laid. Both parents incubated. Shifts lasted several hours. One bird sat while the other fed. The egg rested on the feet. A bare brood patch on the belly transferred warmth. Temperature was regulated carefully. Too cold, development slowed. Too hot, the embryo died. Incubation lasted roughly 6 weeks. Patience was required. When the chick hatched, it was covered in dark down. Eyes open but helpless, unable to regulate body temperature. Parents brooded continuously for the first 2 weeks. The chick remained on the feet, covered by the adult's belly. Feeding began immediately. Regurgitated fish was provided several times daily. Growth was rapid. Weight doubled within days. Survival depended on abundant food. After 2 weeks, the chick could thermoregulate. Brooding ceased. Both parents now foraged. The chick waited on the rocks. It called when parents returned. Recognition was mutual. Among hundreds of chicks, parents found their own. Feeding continued for several more weeks. The chick grew larger. Down was replaced by juvenile feathers. At around 8 weeks, the chick was ready. Feathers were waterproof. Weight was sufficient. Movement toward the water began. No instruction was given. Instinct drove the behavior. The first plunge was abrupt. Cold water shocked the system. But within moments, the body adjusted. Flippers began to stroke, and the young bird swam. Parents did not follow. The chick was now independent. Return to land would not happen for years. Life at sea began immediately. Learning to hunt, learning to dive, learning to survive storms. Mortality was high in the first year. Many did not make it. Those that did became skilled oceanic hunters. Most of life was spent at sea. Land was visited only to breed. The rest of the year was spent in open water, floating, diving, feeding. Storms were endured on the surface, wings tucked tight, head into the wind. Waves washed over them, rising and falling with the swells. Survival was routine. Sleep occurred underwater, floating with the head turned back, beak tucked under a wing. One eye remained partially open. This is called unihemispheric sleep. Half the brain rests while the other stays alert. Predators could approach from below. Threats could emerge from the surface. Awareness never fully ceased. Rest was partial, vigilance continuous. Predators included large fish and marine mammals. Sharks, seals, and orcas hunted these birds. From below, an attack was sudden. The only defense was speed. If a threat was detected early, escape was possible. Rapid acceleration, sharp turns. Flippers drove the body forward. Sometimes it worked. Sometimes it did not. Survival was probabilistic. On land, threats were different. Gulls and ravens took eggs. Polar bears occasionally raided colonies. Arctic foxes hunted flightless adults. Escape by air was impossible. Running was slow. Defense was limited to pecking. The beak could inflict injury. But against a determined predator, it was often insufficient. Safety lay in numbers and location. Humans became the greatest threat. For centuries, sailors hunted these penguins. Flightless and easy to catch, meat was harvested for food. Eggs were collected by the thousands. Feathers were taken for bedding. Fat was rendered into oil. Entire colonies were decimated in single visits. Initially, there was no fear of humans. No fleeing occurred, making them vulnerable. By the early 1800s, populations had collapsed. Breeding sites dwindled. Only a few colonies remained. Each was targeted. Collectors sought specimens for museums. Eggs became valuable to traders. The rarer the bird, the higher the price. Economic incentive accelerated extinction. Rarity became currency. The last confirmed sighting occurred in 1844. 2 adults were killed on LD Island, Iceland. An egg was found and smashed. After that, silence. No verified sightings followed. Occasional reports surfaced for decades. None were confirmed. The northern penguin was gone. Extinct. A species erased by human action. What remains are bones, skins, and eggs in museums. Fewer than 80 skins exist worldwide. About 70 eggs are preserved. Skeletons sit in glass cases. Mounted specimens stand in dim halls. This is all that is left. A bird that once numbered in the millions, reduced to fragments, evidence of existence, but not life. Yet we can imagine, based on those who studied them, based on anatomy, habitat, related species, behavior can be reconstructed, movement through cold water, the weight of a body built for depth, the sound of thousands calling on a rocky shore, winds beating not in air, but in ocean. This is not poetry. This is inference, educated and careful. Picture a bird diving at dawn. Light penetrates only the upper layers. Below, darkness thickens. Descent is steady. Flippers stroke in rhythm. Pressure builds on the body. Lungs compress. Heart rate drops. Vision adjusts to dimness. A school of capelline appears, and the hunt begins. Acceleration is immediate. Fish scatter in all directions. One is targeted. Body twists left. Flippers adjust. Distance closes rapidly. Beak opens. Contact. The fish is seized. Swallowed. Surface is reached briefly, breath taken, then another dive. Acceleration is immediate. Fish scatter in all directions. One is targeted. Body twists left. Flippers adjust. Distance closes rapidly. Beak opens. Contact. The fish is seized. Swallowed. Surface is reached briefly, breath taken, then another dive. Hours pass this way. Dive, hunt, surface, breathe. The rhythm is steady. Energy is expended, then replenished. The ocean is vast, but patterns are learned. Certain depths hold more prey. Certain currents concentrate fish. Knowledge accumulates over years. Survival improves with age. Experience guides behavior. When the belly is full, behavior shifts. Diving becomes less frequent. Floating and resting occur. Feathers are preened. Oil from a gland near the tail is spread across plumage. Waterproofing is maintained. Without this, feathers would become waterlogged. Insulation would fail. Body temperature would drop. Grooming is survival. Preening is methodical. Each feather is drawn through the beak, barbs are realigned, parasites are removed, oil is distributed evenly. This takes time, sometimes an hour or more. There is no rush. Maintenance matters. Quality of feathers determines quality of life. Winter brings harsher conditions. Storms are frequent, waves grow larger. Wind tears at the surface. Endurance is required. Floating becomes more difficult. Energy expenditure increases. Food is harder to find. Fish move deeper, disperse. Hunting success declines, yet life persists. Some birds moved south during winter, following warmer currents. Others remained in northern waters year-round. Adaptability varied among individuals. Migration covered hundreds of kilometers. Staying meant harsher cold, but avoided travel costs. Both strategies worked. Both had risks. Survival depended on conditions each year. Flexibility aided persistence. Spring signaled a shift. Daylight extended. Water temperatures rose slightly. Prey became more abundant. The body responded. Hormones triggered breeding readiness. Plumage brightened slightly. Calls became more frequent. The urge to return to land grew. Navigation began. Travel to breeding sites covered hundreds of kilometers. Landmarks were recognized, coastlines, islands, rock formations. Memory and instinct combined. Some birds returned to the exact ledge where they hatched. Site fidelity was strong. Colonies reformed each spring. Arrivals were staggered over weeks. Eventually, thousands gathered. The breeding season began. On the rocks, competition for space occurred. Prime locations were claimed early. Flat surfaces near the water's edge. Protection from wind. Distance from gull nests. Disputes were settled through posturing. Beaks pointed upward. Wings spread slightly. Loud calls issued. Most conflicts ended without physical contact. Pair formation involved mutual displays. Bowing, calling, mutual preening. Bonds were reinforced through repetition. Mates that returned together re-established bonds quickly. New pairs took longer. courtship was functional, not elaborate. Once bonded, pairs remained together for the season. Cooperation began immediately. Nest sites selected. Incubation shared, chick rearing coordinated. Feeding a chick required constant effort. Both parents foraged daily. Trips to sea lasted hours. Fish were caught and held in the throat. Multiple fish per trip. Return to shore was direct. The chick waited, calling. Parents responded. Regurgitation occurred. The chick fed quickly, growth continued. As the chick matured, parental visits decreased. Appetite grew. Foraging trips went farther. Time at sea lengthened. The chick learned patience. Hunger motivated eventual independence. When feathers were fully developed, instinct took over. Walking to the water began. Parents did not guide. The journey was solo, the plunge instinctive. And so the cycle continued, generation after generation, for thousands of years. Breeding, feeding, migrating, surviving, populations fluctuated with climate and prey, but the species persisted until it did not. The final break was sudden, decades, not millennia, a blink in evolutionary time. Now, let us pause, not to mourn, but to acknowledge. A species existed, shaped by ocean, ice, and stone, adapted perfectly to its world. Then that world changed, not through climate or predation, through human choice. Adaptation to us was impossible. No time was allowed. What can be learned from this? That flight is not the only measure of a bird. That survival is never guaranteed. That rarity does not protect, it invites exploitation. That extinction is permanent. No specimen, no museum skin, no DNA sample brings back a species. What is gone is gone. This bird will never return to cold northern waters. Its call will never return to cold northern waters. Its call. Other species remain at risk. The same pressures exist. Habitat loss, overharvesting, climate change. Some birds are following the same path, slowly or quickly. Intervention can help. Protected areas, breeding programs, legal enforcement, effort matters, resources matter, attention matters, and the story need not repeat. But tonight, we focus on rest. The northern penguin is gone. The ocean continues. Waves still crash on northern shores. Rocks still jut from cold water. Life continues in different forms. We have walked with a ghost, learned what was. Now, we return to the present. To this moment, to your own body, your own breath. Let the information settle. You do not need to remember every detail. The facts will rest in the background. What remains is calm, a sense of time passed, of attention given, of learning completed. Your mind can now release. Thoughts can slow. The body can soften. We are not yet at the meditation, but we are close. Let your breathing deepen slightly, just a natural deepening. No effort required. Air moves in, air moves out. The rhythm is yours, steady, reliable, constant. This breath has been with you through the entire story. It continues now. Feel the surface beneath you, supporting your weight, holding you without effort. Gravity does the work. You do not need to hold yourself up. Shoulders can drop, spine can lengthen, tension can begin to leave. Small releases, gradual softening. The northern penguin floated on cold water. You rest on something solid and warm. Different environments, different needs, but the same principle. Surrender to support. Let the body be held. No resistance, no effort, just rest. In a moment, we will shift fully, from documentary to meditation, from learning to letting go. You have done well to listen this far. What comes next requires nothing, only willingness to rest, to follow gentle guidance, to allow sleep when it arrives. Prepare now. The transition begins. We now transition fully into rest. The story of the northern penguin has been told. Facts have been shared, images painted. Your mind has been occupied with information. Now we release all of that. What follows is an ancient Korean breathing practice, used by monks for centuries to prepare for deep meditation. We will use it to guide you towards sleep. Nothing is required of you but gentle attention. And when that attention fades, that is perfect. Sleep is the goal. There is no wrong way to do this. Your body knows how to rest. We are simply reminding it. Let us begin with the breath. Bring your awareness to your natural breathing. Do not change it yet. Simply observe the air moving in and out. Notice the coolness as you inhale. Notice the warmth as you exhale. The breath has been with you this entire time. Constant, reliable, requiring no thought. It will continue whether you pay attention or not. But for now, we pay attention. This is called acknowledging the breath. In Korean tradition, we honor what sustains us. Breath is life. Breath is rhythm. Breath is the bridge between waking and sleeping. We walk across that bridge now. Gently introduce a simple pattern. Breathe in slowly through your nose. Count silently, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then exhale through your nose or mouth. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The exhale is twice as long as the inhale. This ratio is intentional. A longer exhale activates the parasympathetic nervous system. This is the body's rest and digest mode. Heart rate slows. Blood pressure drops slightly. Muscles begin to release tension. The body interprets this as safety, as permission to let go. Try this now at your own pace. In for 4, out for 8. Allow a natural pause between breaths. Do not rush to fill the lungs again. Let the next breath arrive when it is ready. This creates a gentle rhythm. Inhale, exhale, pause. Inhale, exhale, pause. With each cycle, you sink a little deeper into the surface beneath you, into the present moment, into your own body. There is nowhere else to be, nothing else to do, only this breath, only this breath, only this breath, only this moment. Now we move to the danjon. This is a concept from Korean energy practice. The danjon is located in the lower abdomen, about 3 finger widths below the navel. It is considered the body's energy center. Place your awareness there now. As you breathe in, imagine the breath traveling down, not just filling the lungs, but sinking lower. The lower belly gently expands. As you exhale, the belly softens inward. This is called belly breathing. It is how you breathed as an infant. Deep, natural, effortless. Your body remembers this pattern. We are simply returning to it. Breathe into the danjon. Feel the lower abdomen rise with each inhale. Feel it fall with each exhale. The chest remains relatively still. Movement is low and soft. This type of breathing signals deep rest. It tells the body that all is well, that survival is not in question, that sleep is safe. With each breath into the danjon, imagine warmth gathering. Not heat, just gentle warmth. Like sunlight absorbed into stone. This warmth spreads slowly, from the center outward, into the hips, the lower back, down into the legs, up into the chest. Warmth means relaxation. Warmth means safety. Let it accumulate with each breath. Let it fill your core. Let it fill your core. Now, we begin a gentle body scan. This is called releasing the gates in Korean practice. We move through the body part by part, inviting each area to soften. Start with your face. Notice the muscles around your eyes. Often we hold tension here without realizing. With your next exhale, let the eyes rest deeper. Eyelids grow heavier. The space between your brows smooths out. Your forehead releases. Let your face become expressionless and calm. Move your awareness to your jaw. This is a common place for tension. Teeth do not need to touch. Let them separate slightly. The tongue rests gently behind the lower teeth. Jaw muscles unclench. The hinges of your jaw soften. With each exhale, a little more release happens. Your face becomes smooth, neutral, at peace. No expression needed here. Bring awareness to your neck, a place where many carry the weight of the day. Breathe into the neck. Imagine the muscles lengthening as you exhale. The head feels heavier. It sinks deeper into whatever supports it. No need to hold it up. Support is already there. Let the neck be soft. Let it simply rest. Tension drains away. Warmth replaces tightness. Now your shoulders. These carry much without complaint. With your next exhale, let them drop. Even half a centimeter is enough. Feel the weight shift downward. Shoulder blades settle. Space opens in your chest. Breathing becomes easier. Shoulders do not need to guard anymore. They do not need to brace. They can rest now. Heavy and soft. Move down to your arms. Starting with the upper arms. Feel their weight against the surface. Heavy, warm, relaxed. Elbows soften. Forearms release. Wrists go limp. Each exhale carries tension away. Arms become like warm sand. Shapeless. Supported. At ease. Now your hands. Let the fingers uncurl naturally. Palms open or closed, whatever feels right. No gripping, no holding. Hands simply exist, warm and still. In Korean practice, energy flows downward, from the shoulders through the arms, out through the fingertips. Imagine this gentle flow. Let it carry away the last of your effort. Return your attention to your breath. Still slow, still deep. Belly rises, belly falls. Breathing happens without your control. Your body knows what to do. You are simply witnessing. Each breath is a wave. Rising, cresting, falling. Rhythmic and steady. Let it carry you. Let it rock you gently, like water beneath a floating bird. Now bring awareness to your chest. The ribs expand gently with each inhale. Settle with each exhale. The heart beats steadily within. You do not control this. It happens on its own. Trustworthy, reliable. Your body has kept you alive without thought. It will continue. You can let go of vigilance. You can surrender to rest. Move down to your abdomen again. The danjon, still warm. Feel the gentle rise and fall. This is your center, stable, grounded, calm. Everything else can fade, but this center remains, soft and warm. Breathing continues here, effortless, automatic. Let yourself sink into it completely. Now your lower back, often tight, often forgotten. Breathe awareness into this area. With each exhale, imagine muscles softening. The spine rests. Vertebrae settle into natural alignment. Support comes from beneath. No effort is needed. The back can release. Let it be held. Let it be heavy. Let it simply exist. Move to your hips. Large joints that carry weight all day. Let them open slightly. Not physically moving, just releasing internal tension. Hip sockets soften. Legs rest more fully. Energy flows downward. From the center through the hips. Into the legs. Warmth travels this path. Tension dissolves. Heaviness increases. Now, your thighs. Heavy, warm, relaxed. Large muscles that do much work. They can rest now. Feel their weight. No holding required. No tension needed. Thighs are soft. Letting go. Sinking deeper into support. Each exhale takes them lower. Each breath makes them heavier. It is time now to sleep. I leave you to rest for tonight. May the sound of gentle rain carry you deeper. Let it wash away the last of your thoughts. Good night.